ho their internets. It's been a frickin' frustrating morning already. Damn backpack keeps trying to fly off the motorcycle. I don't know what the hell it is. Where the fuck are all you going? I gotta worry about getting run over by you guys. I'm about to constantly check the damn bag today. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. I got a new toy last night. Frickin' Ninja FedEx dropped it off. Dogs never barked. I don't know how they pulled the hell off. Regardless, got a new Cena 20S in the mail. Woohoo! Now I can listen to music and shit. Talk to people that I very rarely actually talk to people on a phone, but I could do it if I wanted to. But I can also listen to radio, which I love to do in the car, just to get traffic updates and whatnot. But I could also do turn-by-turn navigation now on the phone, where I could not before. I could turn the screen off and actually be able to figure out where the hell I'm going. So all kinds of good stuff to come out of this Cena. And if I should ever find anybody to ride motorcycle with on like a group ride, I can also pair up with them if they should also have a Cena and be able to communicate inside the helmet without resorting to hand signals and shit. But there you go, my new toy. Gonna try it today, at least for the music part of it, after I'm done speaking words at people. I also wanted to touch on part 2 of the growing up autistic. So, covered early childhood stuff in part 1, and one of the things I don't think people truly grasp is just how much of a loner and outsider you are in your own little ass world. And at some point you figure it out that, hey, I'm really different from all these other people. They don't see the world the same way I do and react to situations differently emotionally than I do. We get anger and happiness, and if the emotion's very, very strong, we get it. We don't oftentimes know what the hell to do about it when it's somebody else experiencing these emotions, let alone ourselves. But sports for the autistic child, lordy, that's an interesting little mixed bag of crap. So I tried baseball because that was the big thing in our area, and we didn't have t-ball. We had Little League, even up to really, really young ages. So I, and one of the joys of Little League Baseball is trying out for a team to prove just how much you suck. And in my area, we had 3 different Little League teams. One was the Rockets, which everyone derisively called the Rockettes. Hooray. We had the Cardinals, which was the A team that always had the best players. And we also had the Pirates, which was the second best team. Which I thought was kind of shit, to stack the team so you always had the worst second and first. That's the way they did it, because they wanted to win. The goal is to get your team into the Little League World Series. We never did, but we came close sometimes with the Cardinals team. We at least won regional games consistently. I mean, hell, we had teams with, 12 and 13-year-olds throwing 90 fucking mile-an-hour fastballs. Fuck that! It's Little League, for God's sakes. But we found out rather quickly that I would much rather pick flowers out in right field than actually play Little League. Just wasn't my game. I mean, I could not correctly judge a ball coming in to hit it. Couldn't judge a ball coming in to catch it. It just wasn't for me. But I did eventually end up playing soccer, and that worked out. I could actually follow along. The ball was big enough, and I was coordinated enough to actually do that. But where I'm going with this is I had to walk to my bus stop to get on a bus, and when I got out of elementary school, we didn't actually have a middle school. Our middle school was incorporated into our high school, so it was grades 7 through 12 for us. But getting into high school, a new person had... Shit. Did I go the wrong way? I don't think I went the wrong way. Yeah, well. No, I didn't. A new person had moved in. You can say across the street, but it doesn't really mean much anything. That's four-way stop. One of the farms across the way had a new family move in, and it was 2 girls and a boy. The 2 girls were from a different marriage with mom, and the boy was the son between the mom and the stepdad. And that kid was such a fucking shit. You know, you might not believe, oh, there's not a whole lot of true evil in this world, but this kid was a fucking dick. Hello, moan guy. And was mean as hell. And unfortunately, was far more coordinated than I. And for some reason, it became his mission to torture me at our shared bus stop. Now, I would stay on one side of the little 2-lane road, much like you have here, and they would stay on the other until the bus came, at which point they would cross over. And it was his pastime to stand across the street and whip fucking rocks at me. And motherfucker was good because he was the pitcher for the Pirates or whatever team it was at the time. And no one would do shit about it because there was no adults at the bus stop. It was just all us kids. And eventually they moved the bus stop down and dipshit moved away. Or not. No love. But it was pure hell for 2 years of my life having to deal with this fucking kid every morning. To the point where I just didn't want to go to school. Because I didn't want to have to deal with this dipshit. Because none of the parents were able to go out and stand at the bus stop. And his parents didn't give a flying fuck. Their opinion was, well, fuck, your kid should tough it up. Take it like a man. Well, fuck you. I'm sorry. Your kid's an asshat. And I know, it's one of those, this is what you have to deal with when you grow up fucking autistic. Because it's not like you're really good at fighting. And we just aren't. At least for the mass majority of us. And again, that whole coordination shit, we ain't got it. That was just one of several kids that glommed on to the fact that I was different. And therefore a target to them because their home life sucked or their lives sucked or it just, you know, is a thing. different kids. You gotta watch your fucking backs. It sucks. But, you know, if you can get through that stage of your life, a lot of those kids that picked on you and were your bullies, much like the television shows and shit portray, they end up flaming themselves out. And it's just the way life goes, unfortunately. So, you know, I get, you know, ISP thinker done thing about depression, and I completely 100% get where that's coming from. So I guess there we are with part 2 of growing up autistic sucks a dick. Oh, good, that light's green. I can fucking tell. Man, tell me you are not going right. So, given that cheery thought, and one of the reasons I had, oh, what the fuck are we doing, people? I had started this was, I can see my child going through the same exact shit, and it pisses me the fuck off. Because if you go and approach the parents of these kids, they're just in utter disbelief that their little fucking Johnny's not the perfect angel. I mean, how dare you? It's your kid the one that's causing the problem. Well, fuck you. Be a responsible fucking adult. Your offspring's the one that's being the dick and making my child's life misery and hell. Do something the fuck about it while you still have time to do so. So I guess that's where I'm going with this. I hate the fact that my child has to go through it, but on the plus side this year, he has finally managed to incorporate some friends that are actually really, truly friends. And they're all eccentric and weird too. And it's great, because, you know, that was my lifeline, and I'm glad to see he finally has his. So enough cheery thoughts for now. I'm sure I will include some dumbassery on my ride in today, provided my stupid ass backpack doesn't fall off my ride. Until later, internets. Peace!